Roughly 60 to 80% of all college students work part-time jobs on top of being full-time students, to work around 10 to 20 hours per week. Having to work a job and do schoolwork at the same time touches on the idea of social stratification as well as wealth inequality. This is because students who have to work jobs often come from lower income families, so students need to work. It's not necessarily that they want to, it's oftentimes something that is a necessity for them. Students who don't have to work oftentimes don't have the same financial burden on them. They have more time to do their schoolwork, they have more time to study, more time to do extracurriculars and make social friendships, and these things all contribute to their success in college and therefore their success outside of college. And this affects wealth inequality. Oftentimes, if your family is from lower income, it is so much harder to climb up that as a systematic ladder, because you just don't have that same kind of support that other people do who came from families with more wealth. I interviewed people that I know who are college students who are working and asked them a series of questions that touch on this topic, and saw how their answers reflected this idea of social stratification and wealth inequality. What is your name, major, year in school, what do you do for work, and how many hours per week do you work?
My name is Michaela. I'm majoring in kinesiology exercise science. I'm a freshman or a first year at college, and I work at the Isabel Patterson Child Development Center on campus, and I work 18 hours a week.
How has your financial situation or family background influenced your decision to work while attending college?
I needed more funding for extracurriculars on campus just due to how everything is really expensive, especially from a tuition standpoint. So I just wanted to earn some extra money.
Do you feel your experience in college is different from students who don't have to work?
I feel like it's definitely different. I don't have as much free time to do what I want. Some of my friends are able to kind of do different fun activities throughout the day, and I feel like I'm not able to do so, or have a little bit more time to study, and I feel like sometimes I have to spare certain hours of studying and do it later at night rather than doing it in the middle of the day. I feel like sometimes it limits how well I do on exams just because sometimes I do have to spare hours of studying.
Do you think the need for some students to work long hours while others don't reflects a larger issue of inequality in society?
I think it really just depends on what you want. If you're working longer hours, usually I feel like you're advocating to work longer hours. But I feel like sometimes it definitely can cause an imbalance in society, just if you're working so often that you don't have time to take care of yourself or what you need to do with other responsibilities. So yeah, I can feel that imbalance.
What is your name, major, year in school, what do you do for work, and how many hours per week do you work?
My name is Riley. I'm a graphic design major. I'm a second year, and I work at a local coffee shop.
How has your financial situation or family background influenced your decision to work while attending college?
Although we can't afford to pay for my school, it's always nice to not have to be reliant off of that.
Do you feel your experience in college is different from students who don't have to work? If so, how?
I think that takes up a lot of your time. It's hard to juggle multiple things at once, and it provides less time for social stuff and interacting with other students.
Do you think the need for some students to work long hours while others don't reflects a larger issue of inequality in society?
I think they only reflect a larger issue in inequality in society because we live in a place where there are lots of benefits for people who don't have the funds to attend four-year universities. We have a lot of scholarship opportunities, tuition cuts, community colleges, things like that.
What is your name, major, year in school, what do you do for work, and how many hours per week do you work?
This is Mateo Bruno. I am a first-year mechanical engineering student at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. And for work, I help professors with any tech issues that they have in the classroom. This gets me about 12 hours a week, sometimes less.
How has your financial situation or family background influenced your decision to work while attending college?
As a college student, I need money to live and buy food and other things.
Do you feel your experience in college is different from students who don't have to work? If so, how?
I feel like college is different for students that don't have to work because they have more time to go to on-campus activities, study, read for their classes, write. There's just so much more like time in their day to do what they want to do.
Do you think the need for some students to work long hours while others don't reflects a larger issue of inequality in society?
There's different inequalities because like students that have to work and like have to make enough money to pay for school while in school, that's just it's unfair that there are students that have. I work to support myself through college too, even though I don't have to pay for my schooling. But I think that also would limit the time I have to like make connections and plan for my future.